Have you ever wondered why dogs lick other dogs' urine? It might sound gross, but they actually do it for an important reason. Why do dogs lick other dogs' urine? In this video, I'll explain why dogs lick other dogs' urine, the biological reasons behind this behavior, what it means for them, and how you can redirect or eliminate this habit if it bothers you. Plus, we'll debunk some common concerns, such as whether this poses a health risk or if it's related to behavioral problems. Along the way, I'll also share some practical tips to train your dog and prevent them from continuing this behavior. So, if you're curious about why your dog acts this way, stick around until the end. You'll fully understand what drives your dog to do this and how to manage this habit in a healthy way for both of you. Let's get started. Reasons behind the behavior. First, let's talk about the reasons behind this behavior. Dogs lick other dogs' urine due to purely instinctual reasons. Through smell, dogs gather essential information about other dogs and their environment. But what many don't know is that by licking urine, they're using a specialized organ called the Jacobson's organ or vomeronasal organ. This organ allows them to analyze pheromones and other chemical components present in the urine. What information do they get from licking urine? Well, they can determine the sex of the dog, if they're in their reproductive cycle, their general health status, and even details about the dog's diet. Basically, it's like they're reading a chemical message that gives them all these details about the other animal. This behavior isn't something they do to annoy you or out of meaningless curiosity. For them, it's part of their communication and understanding of the world around them. It's a form of canine socialization that might seem strange to us, but for them, it's completely normal and necessary. Why do some dogs do it more than others? You might be wondering, why does my dog do it all the time and others not as much? The frequency with which dogs lick other dogs' urine depends on several factors. For males, especially those that aren't neutered, it's more common because they're more attuned to detecting the presence of females in heat. This helps them identify if a nearby female is available for mating. On the other hand, puppies tend to do this more than adult dogs because they're in the process of exploration. For them, the world is a new place full of smells and tastes that help them learn and adapt. As they grow, this behavior is likely to decrease, though some dogs continue doing it into adulthood simply out of habit. Another important factor is your dog's level of socialization. If they've had limited interactions with other dogs, they might do it more often to gather additional information from their surroundings. Dogs that live in urban areas, for example, where they have less contact with other dogs, might show more interest in other dogs' urine when they find it on walks. Additionally, some dogs that are under stress or anxiety might engage in this behavior as a way to gather more information about their environment and feel more secure. In these cases, you may notice them doing it more frequently during stressful times, like walks in unfamiliar areas or around new dogs. Is it dangerous for my dog's health? Before we continue, make sure to like the video and subscribe, it's free. By doing so, you help the channel grow and continue creating content. Now, back to the topic. While this behavior is natural, it's understandable that you might worry about whether it could pose a health risk to your dog. Generally, licking another dog's urine isn't dangerous, as long as the dogs involved are healthy. However, on rare occasions, your dog could pick up an infection if the urine comes from a sick dog. An example of this is leptospirosis, a bacterial disease that can be transmitted through infected urine. However, leptospirosis cases in urban areas are relatively rare and can be prevented with proper vaccination. Apart from this disease, the risk of parasites or infections from licking urine is low, though it's always better to be cautious and monitor for any signs of illness in your dog after they've come into contact with other dogs' urine. How can I stop them from doing it? If this behavior bothers you or you're concerned about health risks, don't worry, there are several ways to prevent your dog from doing it without excessive punishment or scolding. Here are a few practical strategies you can start using today. Distraction with rewards. The best time to stop your dog from licking urine is right when they're considering it. Bring small treats or their favorite toy on walks. As soon as you see them approaching a urine spot, call them and reward them when they pay attention to you. This reinforces the desired behavior, and your dog will learn to ignore the urine in exchange for a reward. Basic commands. Teaching commands like leave it or no can be useful for redirecting their behavior. These commands should be practiced positively, not as a form of punishment. Repeat the command and, when your dog obeys, praise them and give them a treat. Over time, they'll associate the command with not touching the urine and getting a reward instead. Controlled walks. Use a shorter leash to have better control over your dog during walks. By keeping them close to you, it'll be easier to anticipate their movements and correct any attempts to lick urine. This also allows you to redirect their attention more quickly. Improve socialization. If you suspect your dog does this out of anxiety or lack of socialization, you can work on increasing their interactions with other dogs in a controlled environment. Organizing group walks or visits to the park can help your dog feel more comfortable around other dogs and less inclined to seek extra information through urine. Exercise and mental stimulation. Increasing the amount of exercise and providing more mental games can reduce your dog's desire to lick urine. Scent games, like hiding treats, can satisfy their need to explore smells without resorting to this behavior. When should you be concerned? In some cases, this behavior could be a symptom of something more. If you notice your dog doing it compulsively or combining it with other unusual behaviors, such as constantly licking surfaces, objects, or even their own body, it could be a sign that they're dealing with anxiety, extreme boredom, or even a medical issue. In these cases, it's advisable to consult a veterinarian or an ethologist for a more in-depth evaluation. They can help determine if your dog's behavior is within the normal range, or if a change in routine or treatment is needed. While licking other dogs' urine may seem like a puzzling habit to humans, for dogs, it's simply part of their natural instincts and a way of interacting with the world. Now that you understand the reasons behind this behavior, you can decide if you prefer to let them do it or apply the solutions I've provided to redirect it. Share in the comments if your dog does this, and if you've tried any of these tips to stop it. Remember, understanding your dog's language and behavior is key to a healthy and happy coexistence. Don't forget to share this video. See you in the next one.